We tried to warn them. We tried to tell them the Foundation of Black American Wealth Transfer, aka Boycott, Blackout, we told them it was going to affect them. They were daring us to do it, bragging about how we weren't going to do it. Now they in videos crying.
The price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
Welcome, my brothers and my sisters. How y'all doing this evening? All right, we have much to discuss because the boycott, which is really not a boycott, really a wealth transfer, which is just us prioritizing Foundation Black American businesses, which is absolutely nothing wrong, actually morally sound and just. Okay, fulfilling our duty in society. That's all we're doing. People are mad about it. They're mad because, the business ain't going well for them, y'all. Now, remember, let's roll back. We got to roll back. They were bragging. They were daring us to do it. They were saying we couldn't do it. We ain't going to do it. We ain't about that life. Remember, they were saying that. Okay, okay, something just popped up on my computer, just some other app. I don't know why. Let's refresh everybody's memory. Okay. They were saying that we ain't gonna do it. We ain't really about it like that. Okay, I remember this.
The Black community says let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And
it was made all in Asia. Well, here's the thing. A lot of those inventions that he bought up are foundational Black American inventions or things that we've innovated to become what it is today. Though the manufacturing of those things may be Asia, or they may be manufactured in Asia, but the actual inventions were made in America by foundational Black Americans, a lot of them. Those are things that we can produce here. We're not going to go without. If they don't manufacture it, it's just not going to happen. And they were bragging, oh, yeah, y'all ain't going to do it. Okay. It didn't take long at all. What's it been like? 2 months? 2 months? I'm seeing a lot of businesses, they closing. A lot of businesses ain't doing well. Hold on. Let me, I'm not sure why this is not showing the way it's supposed to. Let me show y'all this. Hold on, y'all. What? Okay, all of my videos is gone down. Don't know why that happened, but it's okay. I don't know why that happened. I'm gonna just pull it back up. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen. But I saw this one video. This dude is out here crying. This man is out here crying over his business. Because this Asian dude is out here crying because his sushi business is not getting no type of money.
I am.
Here he is.
Thank you for those of you who ordered curry tonight. We've never been open late like this before, and I've been on my own fulfilling orders, and I'm really grateful for them. I'm going to keep this as short and sweet as possible. I had a discussion with my investor. Her name is Mom. And an hour ago, it was very apparent that I won't have any more money borrowing capability starting next week. I just borrowed another $4,500 to make payroll, and payroll has been sent. But if we don't somehow make at least $14,000 to $16,000 over the next 2 days, I will not have enough money to pay rent, and I will. It's not enough. I have tax payments coming up. I have to make payroll next week organically, which will be the priority. And we will not be making enough this week to pay all of our bills next week, while not being able to get additional funding to supplement the shortfall. So I think this is going to be the last weekend that we provide sushi service. I don't know what to do next week without an investor. So I'm very sorry to make this announcement. I'm really proud of the food that we provide, and I hope you can try it this weekend, because I think this is the last weekend we're going to be able to. Thank you.
All right. Now, apparently, he was able to get enough donations to make payroll. That got flooded full of comments of people with open hearts, and he was able to make payroll just a little bit. I saw his video just a day ago, and he's talking about his business, all the expenses, all of the profit, all of this, and he's still asking for more support. His business is hanging on a vine. Okay, it's on its deathbed. Now, speaking of businesses on a deathbed, y'all, I'm talking about a whole lot of these businesses is out here closing. These businesses, these Asian businesses out here closing up shop. Look at this.
Really support local, stop listening to influencers. After 18 plus years of serving the community, Sichuan Garden is closing its doors at the end of the year. It's bittersweet because they are retiring, but we also need to remember that not all brand new restaurants are going to be the best ones. In fact, oftentimes there are bigger brands that have bigger budgets and capital to replace the small mom and pop. If you really want to support local and small businesses, visit the ones that are still open now and visit them often.
Oh man, I'm talking about after 18 years closing up shop. After 18 years closing up shop. Now, here's the crazy thing, and I want us all to understand this. What they're going to do is they're going to say this has absolutely nothing to do with the boycott. This has nothing to do with the black community refusing to show them any love, the refusing to go to their shops, go to their restaurants, buy their food, pay for their merchandise and service and all that. They're going to deny that to the end of them. They'll die on that bed. They'll die on that hill. They will not admit that. But we know it's the truth, y'all. Let's not play about it. Let's not lie about it. We know it's the truth. After all these years, I'm seeing so many videos of them closing up shop, the shops being empty. Come on, and we know what it is. We know it was us. Hold on, let me show you something else. I'm not done. We got receipts for you. We got receipts. Hold on, let me show y'all this. Wait for it. I don't know why I cut my video
hey
short,
y'all,
but here
Miss
we go.
B back again at another beauty supply store and listen. Hey y'all, Miss B back again at another beauty supply store and listen, I'm seeing all these sales. I saw 50% off, 75% off. And why is that? Because we are not up in there, y'all. I walked through this gigantic beauty supply store and the aisles were empty on a Saturday. We are doing it, y'all. Now, one thing I did notice though is that I saw a few black men in this store, which I was surprised by, but I know that y'all need your wave caps and your wave brushes and your clippers and all of that, I would only ask, please, let's all lock in. There are Black-owned beauty supply stores in most areas. So guys, let's get on this. I know that y'all were concerned about whether or not the women were going to follow through, and we are following through, y'all. So we need everybody to lock into this transfer of wealth, this blackout. We got this, y'all. We are doing it, and we need to do it together. So I love y'all. We are doing this thing, and I'm so proud.
I want you to go back. Let's go
I
back.
saw
Let's go back.
50% off, 75.
I want you all to just look. If you guys are not looking at your screen, look at your screen real quick. Look at your screen and see how big that store is. Normally, they don't have stores that large unless there's a customer base that can fulfill that type of store. All right. That store, that's a big beauty supply store. That's not no small hole in the wall. That's a big store. And she's walking around aisle to aisle all through the store, in the front and the back. She's going in different departments, and you see nobody. That store is empty. There's one dude over there. That's the only dude you see in the whole store. She said this was on a Saturday. So, you know, people trying to get their stuff together, trying to go out. It's the summertime, folk trying to go out, folk trying to look nice, all of that. Normally, that'd be a place where they be looking to get their business filled. That's one of their busiest days, and that place is empty. And it's empty because it relied solely on the business of foundational Black Americans, and we pulled out. We stopped. We said, no, it's over with. They got their restaurants closing. Now, if they putting out these sales, I want to show the sale again. Hold on. Where is it? Let me show it. It's right about here. If there's 30% off on all hair and wigs, 30% off of all hair and wigs, that's damn near a closing sale. That's damn near a going out of business sale. It's going to be 30% off today. Then she come back next week. It's going to be 40% off. And then 50, 60, they got to sell it. All right. And even though it's a sale, you still don't see sisters in there. You still don't see nobody buying it. Nobody give a damn. Nobody give a damn. You can have 90%. You could be giving it away for free. Nobody give a damn. Nobody is going to be up in there. We trying to tell you. When you see signs like this is a bad sign. They don't, first off, their community, they don't like to make sales. You don't really see sales unless something has gone wrong. They like to sell things for full price. Having big sales is not how they get down. Normally, when they have a sale, that means something has gone wrong. Business is slow. They need some customer base. They just started opening up. A shipment's gone wrong or something like that. Normally, when they have a sale, it's because of those reasons. When go into the beauty supply stores, anytime you used to going into a beauty supply store, you didn't see a sale because that's not really how they do. They don't have weekly sales or, hey, you know, we're just doing a 30% off, a 30% off all wigs and all hair. No, that's a red flag. That means business is not doing well. Now, of course, they gonna do no business ain't doing well. And the brother up there, he ain't buying no wigs. If he buy maybe a brush, some clippers or something like that, he ain't gonna be spending no money. You can't rely on him. You can't. This is what it looks like. I just love seeing it. And I know y'all do too, because we the same. I love seeing it. Because y'all was bragging, y'all was flexing, y'all said we couldn't do it. Y'all said, I dare you to do it. Okay, where you at now, buddy? Where y'all at? Where all that? I bet you ain't gonna do it. I bet you ain't gonna do it. Y'all need our hair. Y'all need these nails. Y'all need this. I bet you ain't gonna do it. Where you at? Huh? I'm looking for you. I'm looking in this empty store right now. I'm trying to find you. I can't find you. Where you at? I just want to know. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask if you still believe we can't do it or not. I can't find you, though. I can't find you. Now, ain't that interesting? Ain't that interesting? Now, here's the thing. This is not only a good thing because it teaches them a lesson, it teaches the world a lesson that we are not to be messed with. Okay? It shows a power that we've had for a very long time that we have not utilized, and that is our economic power. We are showing economic power right now that we've always had, but we have not been using to our fullest degree. Now we're starting to use it to our fullest degree. Don't let you go into a shop and you see a couple more people in there. Okay, fine. And even if some businesses survive, if enough of them stop, it's going to hurt the chain. It's going to mess up the whole market. Oh, the whole market's not going to do good, because I want you to think about it like this from a business standpoint. Because let's say a few stores close down, big stores like the store you just saw. All of the wigs, all of the hair, all of the supplies they were receiving, that means they're not going to be receiving that no more. That's going to hurt the main supplier. That's going to hurt their wholesaler. Okay. So the few small little shops that survive, they're not going to be able to take in all of that equipment, all of those supplies, all of that everything. So that means that that business is in the loss. The supplier is in the loss. The whole chain is messed up, is disrupted. All of it is disrupted. That means anybody that they were hiring, payroll, all of that payroll, they're going to have to find something else to do. More than, and is not going to be able to start another business. All that stuff is, hey, it's messed up. It's messed up for them. The whole supply is all messed up, and that is because we are now prioritizing ourselves the way we have always should have. We always should have been on this page, always, but we're on it now, and we're doing a good job with it. There is one thing though. But before we get to that thing, we're going to get to the super chat. Y'all stay. Here we go. Let me get to the super chat. He says, bring back Cyrus Cermak Belton and we can talk. If y'all can bring him back, I'll talk to you. If y'all can bring our young 14-year-old brother back, I have a conversation. I will have a sit down. There's no guarantees of nothing. But if y'all can do that, I will give you a sit down. Ain't no guarantees and nothing, but I'll talk to you. I think that's a fair ask. I think that's a pretty fair ask. But, yo, there's some people who are not happy about the boycott, and it's not just Asians. It's not just this dude. It's not just Asians who are mad about it. You got some people who they was mad because they thought the black business thing, they thought that was going to include a bunch of Africans and Caribbeans, and they was very upset about that. They was very mad about that. Okay, I saw this video, I was like, oh really? Okay, because they're not understanding that the boycott was not just an Asian boycott. That's their problem. The boycott was always supposed, isn't not even really a boycott, really. Keep saying that. But the blackout, boycott, whatever you want to call it, has always been a reprioritizing of where we spend our money, period. Point blank, period. It's always been that, and it will always be that. It's not going to be, well, we're doing this to get back at you. And I've been saying this from day one. Stop looking at, I don't know why this is not, hold on, let me see. Why ain't this showing up? Okay, there we go. Stop looking at it like, this is us trying to get back at Asians, or this is us trying to get back. No, this is not no wave. This is not a trend. This isn't us trying to get back at anybody, even though y'all do deserve some form of punishment, and y'all have for a long time. Y'all do deserve a form of punishment. Don't get me wrong. However, this ain't even to get back at you. What this is to finally establish our safety and sanctity in our community. That's what this is about. That is what this is about. This is about prioritizing ourselves. And we have to understand all of these other people are not going to help. They're not going to do it. We've shown them love. We've helped their businesses. We pedestalized them. We've protected their businesses. We've given them a safe place to put their businesses when they couldn't go to any other community. And they take our money and run back. They don't like to hire us. They don't even like to serve us with, warm customer service most of the time. They don't even like to do that. So we have to understand, if we want Black Wall Streets to come back, where you can drive down a block and there's nothing but FBA businesses all the way down the block, all the way on the left, all the way on the right. If this is what we want, then we have to be the ones to do it. We're not going to be able to rely on anybody else for that, because everybody else takes their money and they go back to their own enclave. Okay, they're not trying to spend money to build back a Black Wall Street. Nobody's trying to do that. Nobody except us is trying to do that. So any money that leaves our community is going outside. It is not going to be reciprocated. The money is not going to circle back in. Okay. And this is what we've needed to do. We've needed to keep the money in the community. So when you have Africans and Caribbeans talking about, well, what about us? Y'all be taking the money and going overseas with it, giving that to y'all family, y'all cousins overseas. Y'all be doing that. Y'all be taking y'all money and y'all have little enclaves that we're not a part of, little Haiti and all that, where y'all keep the money in-house. Y'all don't be trying to put the money back in Black American businesses. Y'all don't do that. So we're not going to lie about that. And there's too many of us who know it now. So now that we know what y'all want, fine, cool. All right. We know what y'all want now. All right. So now we're going to reprioritize that. So when it comes to us prioritizing, making sure our community is strong, we know assisting you is not going to be reciprocal. So we're just going to leave you out. So y'all really in the same boat with the Asians for real. And y'all don't like that. They don't like that at all. They don't like that at all. This woman is from Liberia, by the way, and I did check. And I told y'all I was going to be on it. I told y'all I was checking. She's from Liberia, so you know.
And a beef that never made any sense to me, Black Americans versus Africans. What the fuck are we doing? Are we not both niggas? Y'all, the world hates us equally. No one's going to stop you and be like, oh, where are you from? And then treat you differently from a Black person that comes from a different place.
First off, and they keep trying to make that a thing. And here's the thing. In the age of information, which is what we're in, we know that's not true. We know even if there's a stigma, there's a better perception that you all have. There's a better treatment. I'm not here to deny any type of stigma or white supremacy, but there is levels to it. We're not going to sit up there and act like we're all equally sabotaged and we're all equally scrutinized and equally oppressed. We're not going to do that. Okay. Everybody don't treat us the same. When they find out you're an immigrant, there is an immigrant bias in this country. And when they find out you're an immigrant, there is okay, I'll let you go. There is that. All right. And too many of us know it now. So y'all keep trying to say it, but the cat's out the bag. Too many of us know that now. So y'all, the best bet is for y'all to stop lying about that. That's the smartest thing to do. They won't do it, but that's the smartest thing to do.
The world views us all the same. So what the fuck? Where is the disconnect coming from? Someone explain that. And it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. A lot of bullshit started back when we were younger. A lot of the experiences that African kids had growing up, the racist experiences that they had growing up, mostly came from Black Americans, calling African kids African booty scratchers. I don't know if that was in retaliation. You feel me? Because me personally, I never in my life have I ever had to deal with racism from any group. But from stories that I've heard online and from things that I've seen from people around me, that's just what it is. And I've just never understood that, we're supposed to be gang. We're supposed to be close, but we just not. And listen, I'm not coming from no group. I'm not coming for Africans. I'm not coming for Black Americans. I ain't coming for nobody. I just want to understand.
And this is the problem. And these would be the same people that Godfrey and Akbar have on their podcast. Because the first thing that came out of her mouth was, well, from what I understand, the racism, and it's not racism. A kid calling another kid an African booty scratcher is not racism. That is not racism. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you define racism, that's not racism. That don't fit in that box. All right. Notice you said, well, I mean, and some say it's retaliation, but notice how when they tell the story about, oh, it doesn't, I don't understand how we can't get along, she will articulate Africans' quote unquote alleged grievance, but she's not going to articulate the Black American grievance. She's not going to say, well, Africans were coming over calling people slave babies. Africans call people Akata. Africans say that Black Americans don't know where they come from. Africans say that y'all don't have any culture. Africans say this about y'all. Africans say that about y'all. Notice she's not going to say that. She's going to articulate what, quote unquote, allegedly we have done to them, and then give some pass by mention of, and you know, some say it's retaliation, but won't get into what it is retaliation for. And this is why we have this issue, because every time we talk about this, or every time we have talked about this and tried to settle it in the past, it has always been leaned in behalf of African, in the favor of Africans.
Where is this disconnect coming from? Why do we hate each other so much? Why? And then, y'all, I just seen a video.
And we don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. We just doing us. We don't hate nobody. We just doing us. Notice us just doing us just minding our business, us just helping each other out, us just focusing on our own lineage is hate. Why do we hate y'all? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? What do you mean? Buy my Jollof, please. No, thank you. You hate me. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Can you please buy my Jollof, buy my fufu or something? No, thank you. Where's all this hate coming from? No, stop doing that. Stop. Ain't nobody hating on y'all. We just doing us. We just making sure we straight. For all of the people in the chat room right now, we got a whole bunch of y'all in the chat room. For all of y'all who have children, y'all make sure y'all children are fed. Y'all make sure y'all children got clothes on their back. Y'all make sure your children are good, all of that stuff, education, all of that stuff. And maybe here or there, you might help out your nieces and nephews and stuff like that. You might buy them some food and or whatever. If they come over, you might feed them a little, you know, help them out. But you don't feel it's your responsibility to feed other people's kids. Okay? When you at the park with your kids, you don't find it your responsibility to make sure all of the kids at the park, all of the kids at the beach, all of the kids at the playground are eating. That is not your responsibility. That is not your responsibility. Now, you might want, I mean, I'm not saying you want them to be hungry. You don't want them to be hungry, but it's not your responsibility to feed them kids. They ain't your kids. You got a responsibility to your own children, to make sure your own children have clothes, to make sure your own children have food, to make sure your own children have a place to sleep. That is your responsibility. Other kids are not yours. Hey, I got a couple dollars for you, young man. I got a couple dollars. I'll buy you some lemonade, young lady, but that's it. That's all I can do for you. I'm not about to take you in. I'm not in the mood to adopt nobody right now. This is just what it is. And is that hateful? Is that hateful? If you said you don't feel it's your responsibility to feed anybody else's kids, does that mean you hate other people's kids? Would you say that? Would anybody say that? If you're not out here feeding every child you see, does that mean you hate other kids? No, you don't hate the other kids, but it's not your responsibility to look after them. And that's all we own. No, we ain't hating nobody else. We ain't hating nobody else's kids, but they parents need to feed them. That's all we saying. They parents need to feed them. I hope they do, but I know mine gonna be fed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I know mine gonna be fed. I hope yours gonna be fed too. You know, look, once mine is full, if there's any leftovers, I give them to you. But yeah, mine gonna eat first. That's all we saying. They sitting up there making it seem like it's hate. No, it's not hate. Ask your parents. Ask your parents. They got you. I hope. I hope they do. Just don't look over here. My kid is hungry right now. He about to eat. Just don't look over here. Nah, but let's continue though. Let's continue. Cause she go further. She go further.
Right? This dude on Instagram was basically talking about like the same thing that I'm talking about right now. And then Black Americans just got up on the in the comment section pointing the finger and saying, but Africans did this, African did that. Bro, I'm not trying to justify the things that Africans have done and said, because Africans do be saying fucked up things. But it's both groups. It's constant back and forth. We're not going to point the finger at just one group. It's
No. And here's the thing. At this point, they can't deny Africans have been saying that. They can't. We have too many receipts. Now, with the whole African booty scratcher, they really don't have any receipts on that. There's no viral videos of folks getting caught teasing and calling people African booty scratcher. You don't really see that. It's really hearsay. It's really take my word for it. I was called that. And if you want to do that, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying it never happened, but they don't have any proof of it happening. So it probably happened, like, if they say it happened 10 times, more than likely it might have happened 3 times. It's kind of like that. Kind of like if those 3 times even exist. It's kind of like that. We got receipts of them calling us Akado, of them saying we have no culture. We got videos, we got tweets, we have receipts of the disrespect. Y'all don't. So all of that is going back and forth. No, not really. No, it's just no, it's not. No, it don't go no back and forth. No, it doesn't. And earlier in this very video, when you are talking about what Africans say that happened, you didn't tell Africans, oh, it goes back and forth. I want you to keep that in mind, the bias. Remember, she's Liberian. When Africans said, oh, y'all, the only racism we feel is from Black Americans. She didn't say, well, it goes back and forth because y'all treat us racist too. She didn't say that. Okay. She's framing what we're saying as disrespect, or we're receiving rather as disrespect. But what they receive from us is racism. Notice the wording, notice the framing. When we call them an African booty scratcher, that's racist. But when they call us Akata, that's disrespectful. That's, just rude. It's disrespectful. I wouldn't call it racist or anything like that. Notice that. And more importantly, the most important thing is that you all are at our homeland, in our homeland, seeking refuge from your homeland in a place our ancestors built. It's not the other way around. I'm going to be honest, and this might be a little bit like, oh, that's not fair, but it is what it is because it's the real life. Okay? When you come to somebody else's house, you're subject to their rules. It's not an even playing field. And I know we all want to be fair and all that stuff, but the reality of the situation is it's not. It's not an even playing field. The disrespect is way higher when y'all do it because y'all outsiders. That is what it is. Because y'all would apply that same logic and principle to us if we went over there, and y'all know y'all would. Y'all do it every single time. The slightest little thing that any foundational Black American celebrity do, y'all on 10. Y'all got tiki torches and pitchforks ready, angry mob ready for them. How dare they do that? Y'all on 10. In the slightest little disrespect y'all think y'all feel, y'all on 10. Because that's your homeland. And okay, all right. Okay, cool, fine. So you can't say nothing about us being on that way, us being on that path. We on the same thing you on. That's what y'all on. We ain't have a problem with it. Cool. And that's what we on. You in our house. Your disrespect is is worse. It's just worse. But it's no, it's not the same. It's not the same. You in my house. So it's not the same. It's not. She continues though. She continues.
Constant back and forth. And then when this whole entire situation came about boycotting Asian businesses, right? And how black people were just going to support each other. Black Americans meant just black American businesses. They're not talking about the Africans. They're not talking about any, even the Caribbeans. They was just like, I'm just like, bro, why are we so divided? Like, dang, like we can't, like, well, like what's going on? I'm just confused, y'all. I'm just confused.
And that is the point. That's the big reason she made this video in the first place, y'all. She made this video because, hold on, the black business boycott. Why can't Africans be in that? Why can't what? What do you mean? It's a lot of them who are like online hurt about that, because when we said black business, we meant black business. Y'all thinking because y'all coming over here and y'all racially black, y'all like, okay, well that helps me. No, it don't. No, we don't mean y'all. We know what we meant. Y'all don't get to come up and benefit off our movement again. Y'all always doing that. It's always a FBA or FBA setting some wave, setting some trend and movement, and y'all coming up with plates just ready to eat. No. Y'all ain't put no money in this. Y'all ain't cooked no food. Y'all didn't set no table. Y'all wait for everything to be done. And then y'all ready to come and eat. No, it don't work that way. Absolutely not. No. And y'all don't do that to, come on. Now, when it's African business and y'all want to support African businesses, y'all specifically mean and exclusively mean African businesses. When y'all talking about Caribbean businesses, y'all mean Caribbean businesses exclusively. All this, well, why are we so divided? Why are we so divided? You can miss me with that. That's for the birds. You can miss me with that. Y'all can miss me with that. Because when y'all on y'all thing, y'all only on y'all thing. And now when we on our thing, we got to cut y'all a piece. We got to let y'all in. I'm cool. No. That's not going to happen. But y'all, they mad. They are very mad, y'all. Because they seeing the effect of the boycott. They seeing it work and they want it to be them too. They want to be in on it. They want to be in on the movement and they can't.
This issue with the Asians was uniting Africans, Caribbeans, and Black Americans. But I'm seeing videos where, Black people are showing their beauty supply stores, and there's those weird FBA people in the comment section talking about, you're not Black, you're African. This is only for FBAs. We don't need y'all. So I'm telling Africans and Caribbeans, leave them. You see how all the Asian people united to go against Black people, and Black Americans still hadn't picked up on that. We are stronger united than divided. Leave them. Stop defending them. I'm going back to supporting the Asians. Fuck them niggas. They so fucking disrespectful and nasty, and they try to act like they better than everyone. Leave them. The bitches already can't leave that fucking hair alone, so the boycott is a lost cause anyway.
Oh, damn. Y'all see that? Okay. Y'all see that. Now, it didn't take much. It didn't take much. And I want you to understand, we got to watch out, because a lot of them, they'll sit up there and quote unquote ride the wave, and they're the ones who are still kind of keeping the Asians afloat. Because if you was really down for the cause, you wouldn't be going back to supporting Asians anyway. If you was really down for the cause, you was only quote unquote jumping on a boycott or supporting a boycott because you thought that was going to be beneficial for your business. You thought it was going to be good for your business, for African businesses and Caribbean businesses. That's what you did. but you was not about to boycott them. You really not about that life. You really not about no cause. You really not about sending a message, because even if we was talking about not supporting y'all, you still wouldn't go back to them. You going back real early. That means your heart was not in on it. And this is what we talking about. Y'all hearts don't be in on the movement, but y'all want to benefit from it. Y'all don't want to stand 10 toes on anything. Y'all not going to stand 10 toes on helping us economically or anything like that. But y'all want to reap the benefits of it. And that's something we're not going to do. We're not going to do that. No. All right. Let me say something, but let me get to the super chats before I say something. Okay. Before I wind up forgetting. Hey, Auntie Bebe says, hey, Neff, FBA sisters go natural. Where your FBA, oh, she's saying this to FBA sisters. FBA sisters go natural. Where your natural hair, nails, and lashes. I'm a nurse prac. Those acrylic nails are nasty. Hey, she a nurse. You know what she's talking about. All right. Thank you very much for that. And then My Kim says, they have not contributed anything to our community or country. They don't. They don't. It's quite literally like a cookout. Everybody's bringing something. People bringing chicken. People bringing burgers. People bringing juice and pop and all. Every time I say that, I got to make a correction for y'all. When I say pop, I mean what you guys call soda. We call it pop over here. Okay. Because some people might not know. Over here we call it pop. That's Pepsi, Sprite, and all that stuff. We call it pop. Y'all fancy folk, y'all call it soda. Okay. So you bring the soda over here. Look, y'all know what I'm talking about. You bring the soda. Let me say that for everybody knows what soda is. They're like, pop. What is pop? That sounds dangerous. Okay. We call it pop, but soda. Fancy soda. Okay. So you bring all of that stuff to the potluck and you set up the tables and you're cooking and you got the macaroni and you got the greens and somebody bringing cornbread, potatoes. And we were just having a good time. Somebody got the speakers. There's a DJ. Somebody bought the tables. Everything good. The drinks is in the cooler. It's all nice and cool. There's cards on the table. Everybody ready to play some games. And then all of a sudden, you see people coming up. You got those, for instance, those distant family members that only come up during those events. You never hear from them. You don't see them around. They don't come and visit. They don't call. You don't know where they are. But every time you having something, here they coming, empty plates, ready to eat, didn't bring anything. And before, we were all like, you know what? Okay, cool. I mean, you want to eat? Come on. You can get you a plate. Yeah, everybody get to eat. Okay. All right, fine. Problem. Let me tell you what the problem is. I'm going to tell you what the problem. Are you ready? The problem is that has a very short runway. Very short. That gets very annoying very quickly. That's the problem. That is the problem. Because you keep coming. You one time, that's cool. All right, okay, come on. Now, I ain't even going to trip on you. It's all right, all right. Second time, okay, come on. Man, don't even ask. Don't worry about it. We got plenty of food. Third time is like, I mean, yeah, you can get a plate. I mean, and then you kind of looking over, how much macaroni he putting on a thing? We don't get that much left, You after the third time, now what you have is a server. Now you be like, I saw them leaving the door. They had a whole stack for the thing, and they just walked out. Yeah, he had 2-3 plates. He just put them in the bag and left. Now you got a server, and then be like, sorry, we can only do 3 pieces of chicken now. We ain't got that much chicken. Now you got to have a server, and they still coming, and then you get to a point where you all like, who invites them? Who keep inviting them? And then people like, it wasn't me. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't invite. I don't know where they be coming from. I don't know where they could. And then after that, then it turns into a, hey, you can get a plate this last time, but I want you to know, let me pull you to the side. Then you pull them to the side, you put your arm on his shoulder, you walk them, you pull them to the side, be all like, hey, you know what, what we're going to start doing is we're going to do an invite only type of thing. So, everybody got to come. It wasn't me. You always got to blame it on someone. It wasn't me. It was Big Mama who she you know how she gets. So you already know. So we're doing an invite only thing from now on. So unless you have an invitation, what we send through with the text and stuff, unless you have an invitation, don't come, because we don't got enough food. That's the reason. You just don't want them to come. You got plenty of food. You just don't want them to come no more. So we only doing an invite only thing. You know what I'm saying? It's too much drama and stuff. It's not you, but it's just an invite only thing. And then look, when you say an invite only thing, they already know they ain't getting no invitation. They already know, the free meal is over with. You say invite only thing, I'm talking about they drop to the floor. They start hollering and crying. Please don't do this, please. They start crying, start hollering. Okay. Then why do you hate me so much? I have not done anything to you, and all I do is come and eat my food and then leave, and I do nothing to you. Please don't do this to me. And we're like, come on, don't do that. You're making a scene. Stop. Go away. And that's what we on now. Now everything we do is invite only, because when we had everything open, y'all was just coming in with empty plates, stacking up and leaving. Worst part is when we found out y'all had a cookout, we wasn't invited. When we found out y'all had a cookout, an event, a celebration, or anything like that, and we thought we could just walk in there the way y'all walk in our stuff, y'all told us to leave. Remember, y'all told us, hey, I don't want no Black Americans at Carnival. I don't know why Black Americans, if you're not Caribbean, stay out of Carnival. Remember that? I remember that. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because they want to talk about division. Let's pull up and let's analyze the division and analyze why we are at where we're at. Let's do that. Since y'all want to talk about division. Oh, hold on. I know I got it. Oh, here we go.
Need to start gatekeeping. We need to start gatekeeping Carnival. There is no reason on this earth for anybody that's not from the Caribbean to be at Carnival. And I don't care how y'all feel on the subject. Carnival is starting to get too commercialized for me. Y'all know I love Jada Waiter, but what the fuck do her and her American friends know about Carnival? You're not from the Caribbean. You don't know the music. You don't know the people. You don't know the food. You don't know the culture. What are you doing at Carnival? A lot of y'all look at Carnival as just a way to dress skimpy and go outside and shake your ass. And the fact that y'all reduce our culture to such bullshit just because you want to post on Instagram. And then I'm confused because a lot of y'all that are trying to talk down, y'all come from cultures that are disrespected in every which corner of this earth. So where do you find the space to talk about what Caribbean people are doing? I feel like you need to be either a citizen of a Caribbean island or eligible for citizenship on a Caribbean island to be at Carnival, period. I don't care.
All right. Okay. Look, she said what she said. She meant what she said. And a lot of Caribbeans, when this went viral, she was not the only Caribbean to make this. She was not the only one. And she wasn't the first one. It was a few of them who made this and they went viral. She went the most viral. So everybody was talking about her video. But you didn't see Caribbeans disagreeing. They weren't calling her out at large. For the most part, they was in agreement. They had the same issues. Guess who else you didn't see? Pan-Africanists. You didn't see Pan-Africanists talking about, oh, that's not right, that's not fair, that's not cool. You didn't see Pan-Africanists talking about that, calling that out, calling this divisive and divisive and all of that stuff. What happened to we shouldn't be xenophobic and we're stronger together, and when the police pull us over, they can't tell if you're Black or if you're Caribbean or if you're African? What happened to that? No, when y'all want to pull up at our stuff, we had open arms. We let y'all get a plate. We let y'all take food home. And then when we pull up at y'all place, y'all say we got to leave. Y'all say this is only for Caribbeans. Y'all say we can't come. We don't got no business here. And then when we say it's invite only from now on, now y'all want to call us divisive. Now we xenophobic. Now we want to be, they say we want to be white. Now we want to be white. It was cool when y'all was doing it, and y'all been doing it. It was cool. Nobody had an issue. But now when we all like, okay, if that's what we're on, we ain't going to fight to be in y'all space. We going to have our own space. Y'all can have your own space. Now we the problem? Now we divisive? No. We're not doing that. No. Okay. I'm going to show you another video about, and this is the Pan-Africanist. The same, and this is why Pan-Africanism is something people don't listen to no more, because y'all a bunch of hypocrites who are very biased, and y'all show it all the time.
When we say black owned, we mean black American owned, right? All right.
Actually, no, brother. When we are talking about black owned businesses, we cannot only be talking about black American owned businesses. If we were, that would mean that black Americans are the only black people that exist in the world, which we are not. Black is an umbrella term that is used to classify anybody that is of African descent. So that means that this term black includes Africans and Jamaicans and Haitians and Afro-Cubans and Puerto Ricans that are of African descent, and so on and so on. This includes anybody who, when they're filling out a census or when they are talking about their ethnicity and they're checking it off in America, they have to actually X off the box black. I completely understand wanting to prioritize black quote-unquote American businesses and give and spend money to those particular businesses first. But black Americans, come on now. You can't just hijack a whole classification and say the only black owned businesses are black quote unquote American businesses. It's just not true. Now, as much as I have come to hate the term foundational black American because of reasons that go beyond that term, which we're not going to talk about in this video, if those are the businesses that we want to support specifically, then name the business a foundational black American business. But trying to take people's whole ass black ass identity away, crazy fucking work, sound real colonizer to me.
You know, how are we the colonizers? You all are here. Y'all in our homeland. We're not in y'all homeland doing nothing. We're not in anybody else's homeland disrespecting, colonizing, interrupting with anything they got going on. All of the how are you the colonizer when you're home and they're not? By definition, it has to be the other way around. The colonizers have to be the foreigners, okay, against the native people. If we're the natives, if we're the indigenous people here, if we're the people who built this country and they're the foreigners, how are we colonizers? How are we doing that? Now, you want to talk about a couple of things. We got to talk about a couple of things. The whole us stealing black. No, we're not stealing black. Let's be abundantly clear. We are the reason anybody says black. Okay? Even though, and we talk about this, there's a difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality, right? According to the United States, the people who invented, well, not the United States, who invented it, but when the categories of race were invented, when they had white, black, Asian, native, all of that stuff, when they invented these categories of race, because all of these things are categories. Race is a category, ethnicity is a category. All of these things are categories that people fit in. And they made race to fit a large group of white people different from black people. We get that. We know that. Okay. When they made that, mainly they were talking about us in America here. But they weren't necessarily excluding other melanated people from that, but they were mainly talking about us. The thing that we have done is we have embraced that because it was said to us in a negative way, and we flipped it, okay? And that became really like an ethnic identifier that we have used, okay? So it's a racial identification, right? However, Listen, follow me. I need y'all to stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. However, foundational Black Americans have always used that and embraced that beyond a racial classification. Are you with me? Okay. When we have said we're Black, that has meant something beyond that. That has been a focal point of our identity, even when there was a stigma of it. And there's been a stigma of it for most of American history. Even when there was a stigma of it, it was something that was said and embraced by us in a very proud way, proud sense. All of these other people, even if they were Black by the classification, they were trying to identify as other things. They were not proud of that. They were trying to say, oh, I'm not Black, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not Black, I'm Dominican. I'm not Black, I'm this. I'm not Black, I'm... They've been trying to separate themselves from that, because that word just in and of itself alone had a heavy stigma to it that had to be fought back. And nobody was trying to fight that stigma back except us. And now, today, 2026, we've changed that. We've flipped that. So now not only is there not a stigma any longer, now it's something that's cool. Now it's something seen as popular. It's seen as something stylish. It's seen as something rebellious. It's seen as something innovative. It's seen as something cultural. It's seen differently now. Now everybody want to be Black. Now everybody, I was always Black. I was always Black. I know some Somalians say they're not Black, but I was always with the brothers. That's what they're all saying now. That's what they're all saying now. Okay. We got long memories. We do. We got long memories. Y'all was not always on that type of time. Y'all were not always on that type of time at all. A lot of y'all were very ashamed of it because of the stigma. And y'all have been Black when convenient. And now that we've really reversed the stigma to a degree, there's still white supremacy we're dealing with. But now that we've reversed the stigma, now everybody want to have amnesia as if they were not always on that type of time. Let me see if I can find this receipt. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. I'm looking for it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see something. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, here we go. Oh,
we are Black. We are not Black. And no matter how much Black Americans cry about it, we are not. Dominicans are not Black. We are not Black. And no matter how much Black Americans cry about it, we are not Black. We will never be Black because I look Black, but we are not Black. And it's just a reminder to Black Americans who are...
Now I got to pause it because I don't want to, a copyright strike. Okay.
So pathetic.
Okay, let me just...
Forcing Dominicans to live with
one, and I'm not Black. Everybody was shocked at that statement. Like,
Black. I have never and will never identify myself as Black. And I'll elaborate as to why I'm saying this, because this is needed in your, so you can pretty much understand that just because I look like you, that does not mean I identify myself as such. So for instance, sweetheart, I am Congolese.
The world is colorblind. I'm not a Black man. Yeah. Look at my face. Yeah. I'm more like brown.
And
I'm not Black. Let me say that again. I am not Black. Okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as Black. She's like, you're not Black, you're Nigerian.
Okay, so let's get some stuff out of the way from the last video. First and foremost, when I said Black Americans don't know where they're from, I mean that your people were taken 500 years ago from where they're from and brought here, and you don't know where they're from. So to you, you are a Black. You're a Black American, okay? When you ask a person like me that's Dominican and obviously of Black descent, are you Black? We kind of feel like you're making us choose sometimes. Like the new generation feels like we're being made to choose. Like we're being made to choose
black over everything else that we are, because we're more than just black. Like, we are more than just black, and we know we're more than just black. So we state we're Dominican, and it bothers you guys, and I just don't understand why, because we get it, but we're black, but you are Black American culture, and we are of Dominican culture.
See, we make monsters under one valence of blackness. It's a curse. And see, with
Okay, come on now. Yeah, we're not gonna reverse history. We're not gonna have amnesia at y'all convenience. That's not what we're going to do. We're not gonna sit up there and pretend like we ain't been told. First off, we don't need videos because we've heard that. Okay. So now a lot of y'all, and these will be the same ones who've publicly and proudly denounced any inch of black. I'm not black. I'm talking about dark skin, dark hair, woolly, big nose, big lips, everything. So I know black at all. I don't got no black in me. And then when we say, okay, well, we're going to support black-owned businesses, power to the people, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Right on, comrade. All right, my business is right over here. Y'all want my Instagram? No, not you. Not me. Why not? I thought you weren't black, sir. No, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean that. I'll just be joking sometimes. That's just it. Y'all got to understand my sense of humor. It's different. No. No. Come on now. All these Johnny come latelys talking about division and all of that stuff. Okay, fine. We just gonna support black-owned businesses. Last I checked, you said you didn't want to be black. Last I checked, you said you was cool. You didn't want to be black. You ain't black. Okay, your mama hated when you called yourself black, and we said, okay, fine. So if your mama hated when you called yourself black, I'm pretty sure your family don't approve of you having a black-owned business, right? If she don't want you black, she don't want black people supporting you, I'm sure, right? So we're respecting your boundaries, and you respect our boundaries. Now, your FBAs hate us, and I didn't do nothing to you. That it comes into that. And now we cry. Folks is crying, making us the villain. No, that's not how this is gonna work. Okay. There were black-owned businesses, first off, and the whole, well, y'all should call yourselves FBA businesses if y'all gonna move like that. I mean, we can. We can do that. We don't have to. We don't have to. We were referring to our businesses as black-owned businesses before any of them came here. The second we started having businesses, owning businesses, this is hundreds of years ago, we were referring to our businesses as black-owned businesses, and we will continue to do such. We will continue to do such. We're not going to sit up there and accommodate y'all. Well, now because they're here, we got to call our stuff FBA on businesses. I mean, we can, but y'all not going to come over here and now we got to change the way we word things. No, we've been calling our businesses black-owned businesses for centuries, and that's only meant us for centuries. Y'all came 20 years ago. Now things got to change. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, we don't move where y'all say y'all need to get in line. Y'all are the ones who need to refer to y'all businesses as African businesses. Do that. Y'all refer to y'all businesses as African businesses, Caribbean business, Jamaican business, Trinidadian business, Nigerian business, Ghanaian business, Kenyan. Y'all do that. Y'all the ones who need to be specific. We ain't changing nothing. We ain't, and don't try to be tricky either. Don't try to do that either, because we can tell. We can tell. Let me get some more of these super chats. Okay. Shout out to Sexy Red. Shout out to Sexy Red for the super thing. All right. Global Black News. He says us FBA see the bigger picture. Hence the boycott. They don't want to join. then they can't be then they can be the new slaves / lapdogs for African YTs, etc. Yeah. Look, if y'all really wanted to help the cause, y'all wouldn't have any problem supporting a FBA business. Y'all wouldn't. There wouldn't be any problem at all. The fact that y'all are complaining about us not supporting y'all business shows y'all not really on board like that. Y'all trying to jump on a trend, on a wave, and y'all trying to capitalize monetarily on a wave for Black empowerment. But it's not about Black empowerment for y'all. There's just some money to be gained. So that's why y'all trying to, yeah, brother. And they coming out with dashikis and they Afro all picked out. And they're like, yeah, brother, that's what I'm talking about. For the ancestors. And we like, not you. And they be like, let me take this shit off. I don't care about that. Yeah, the second we said, oh, you know it's not about you, they put their fist way down. They say, I'm going back to the Asians then. It's not about me, huh? I'm going back to them. Oh, wow, damn. Oh, wow. Damn, okay. All right. Showing your true colors then. Well, look at that. Okay, Tobias says, thanks, Afro Elite. I appreciate what you do. Keep those receipts and invoices. B1 FBAs all day. Certified. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. No, we ain't getting nothing is getting past us. Nothing. Okay, Keith, shout out to you, Keith. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. And then we have Maya Kim. If that's how it's pronounced, it's probably not pronounced that way. I'm more than likely mispronouncing it, but I'm trying. Okay, just let me know in the chat room if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Okay, we all got. And it's more than enough. We all got it, and it's more than enough. They are good for nothing, and the pale society sees it too. Yeah. Now, y'all keep saying y'all don't need us. Thank you very much, Sexy Red again. Y'all keep saying y'all don't need us, and we don't got no money, and we own food stamps, and we doing it. Remember, y'all be flexing about how y'all been doing better than us, and y'all be hold on. We gotta go there. And let me get to this other super chat so we can actually go to, because let's get deep. Yasserson says they didn't like that we have to choose between being Black or white supremacy. They don't like that we have to choose between being Black or white supremacy. Okay. Also, looking swole, Afro. Oh, yeah, I was at the gym earlier today. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay. We see the gains. Keep it up, G. Oh, yeah. I was at the gym earlier today. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. But remember, they were bragging about how broke we were. Okay. About how broke we were and how much we needed them and how they ran the hood and got all this money and doing so much better than us. I don't see why they need our business like that anyway. Last I checked, they said they were good. Hold on. Let me see. Where is this one? Remember this?
It's going to tick a lot of Black Americans off, bro. I'm just saying. I started looking at how other Blacks in America, non-Native Americans, perform in the same context. Now, I'm Nigerian. Shout out to my Naija boys and Naija girls out there. And a lot of people don't like Nigerians. But a lot of the data, whether it's in Canada, US, UK, wherever you go, immigrant communities, Black immigrant communities, especially Nigerians, tend to outperform,
crush the game,
everybody else,
killing the game, like outperforming white people, killing the game,
outperforming. They're still, numerically the smaller number, but yes, outperforming other locally born Black Americans.
That's right.
And then I was like, there's a conversation to be had here. I'm like, bruh.
Okay.
You're complaining about systemic oppression. You're complaining about this.
Okay. Y'all said y'all was doing better. They came over here and they outperforming. where is that? Where are y'all outperforming? We ain't seen no. Where y'all outperform? Where? All of them come over here and make it seem like they living in mansions and they got butlers and all of that. All of them come over here and say that. Remember this?
As my peers, really hard for to my 6-bedroom house, but I would go home to my 6-bedroom house that my mom worked extremely hard for and think to myself, what the f are these people talking about when it comes to Haitians? Because, you know, and no offense, but I would go sometime. Well, my mom didn't let me go to anybody's house, but there would be times when I got a little older and I would go to, you know, a friend's house that was American, and most of them stayed in apartments. Most of them was on Section 8. Most of them were on, you know, food stamps. Most of them was on all that stuff. But they were the ones making all those comments about us, Haitians, and making it seem like we were stupid, we were dumb, you know. Most of y'all moms was doing this, but my mom was over here in the medical field. Like, you know.
Okay, come on. Now I don't know why y'all complaining. Y'all have been telling us how much better y'all being, how much better y'all doing. We got the receipts of it. We're not making anything up. I'm not out here just saying anything. I'm showing y'all. Y'all are seeing it for yourselves. I'm not making it. I'm not saying they're saying that. Y'all seeing them say it. They've been over here trying to talk about how much better they're doing and why we can't get better and why we can't do this and how immigrants are coming over here taking over everything. They've been on that. Okay? They've been on that. Okay, come on. Let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest about that.
Niggas want the American taxpayer to give you guys the money so you can go ahead and run and use it to buy some Jordans, weed, Hennessy, and all the other stupid shit you niggas do. You guys literally are terrible with your money and don't want to work hard. Then you want to go ahead and insult immigrants, call them tethers, and all this other shit. You niggas are tethers. You guys are foundationally black Americans. Well, let me get this straight. Hold on one second. You stupid ass niggas were born here. Your father was born here. That isn't in your life, by the way. Your mother was born here. Your great-granddaddy was born here. Your granddaddy was born here. Your grandma was born here. So you've been here for what, 7, 8 generations, and you're still on Section 8? I think that's a big L.
Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Look, we're going to be honest. That Myron, Jesse Wu, the other two tether dudes, they're not an anomaly. That's something that is said in their household. That's something that a lot of them think. Oh, we're coming over here and we're doing a lot better than y'all. Y'all real bad. Okay. All right. If we real bad, leave us alone then. And we should all be fine. We should all be straight. Leave us alone. And this doesn't go for just Africans or Caribbeans. This goes for everybody because all of them do it. All foreigners. I'm talking about from Asians to Hispanics to Africans to Caribbeans to Europeans. All of them are on that. All of them do it. Where they coming over here and they flexing and they talking about how much better we just go to college and we get these great degrees and we get these great jobs and careers and have these families because our cultural values are just stronger than y'all's. They're just better than y'all's. And we just understand what it's like to work harder, and we don't allow racism to hold us back, and we don't allow the history of our past. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Y'all be great. Y'all said we were the problem. All of y'all said we were the problem. So we're removing ourselves. And it don't take long. The second we remove ourselves, y'all sitting up there making please send me some money videos. The second we remove ourselves, y'all in the camera crying, I don't know how I'm going to pay for. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. My business is closing down. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't. It's closing. I don't know how to. Okay. We said, you know what? We're going to support our own business. And all I'm hearing is, guys, My mom gave me some money before. I told her I would pay her back, but nobody's coming to buy my sushi anymore. I just owned the child. I never liked him anyway. If it was me, I wouldn't have finished the virus. I don't even care about the water bottles. How about we do this? How about we do this? How about we do? Okay, if you guys come and support my sushi restaurant, I will give you guys free water bottle in honor of Cyrus Belton. I will give every Black American a free water bottle who comes in and buys $60. I think that's I was like I protested with George Floyd. Before George Floyd, I mean. My grandfather, I don't like my grandfather, Dr. Martin Luther King. I don't like to bring this up. I don't. But my family have always been allies. And I'm asking us to still be allies today. Okay. Okay. No. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're good. We're good. Your sushi restaurant going in the drain. Y'all making videos. I'm seeing a whole bunch of restaurants closing left and right. Let me just remind y'all one more time. Okay. All of them. I thought y'all was smart. I thought y'all stereotype was being so smart, so wise, so intelligent. Look at y'all restaurants. Look at y'all business. Look at this. It's empty. I'm hearing crickets, y'all. Ain't nothing in this restaurant. Look, at the end of this, I want to have a reminder to everybody. This is not out of hating Asians, hating Africans, hating Caribbeans, hating Mexicans, hating them, hating them. This isn't out of hating nobody. You don't have to hate nobody to love yourself. See, that's the difference between us and them. Because with them, they got to hate other people to love themselves. Because they really don't love themselves, but their hate for other people can kind of galvanize them and unify them for a period of time. Because they don't have self-love. They don't have that in them. So them collectively hating on another group of people is the closest they can actually get to love. We can get to actual love, self-love, without hate. We don't have to hate nobody. You don't got to hate nobody to make sure you support a Black business. Okay, a Black, capital BLACK business. We don't got to hate nobody. I've been supporting Black businesses for years without no hate involved. I don't hate nobody now. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I'm going to put a more conscious effort in supporting my Black-owned businesses and supporting my community and my people. That's just all I'm doing. But ain't no hate involved. Y'all, when is the hate going to stop? See, the thing is that hate is something that's either going to destroy you or is going to fade. This is not going to fade because this is not out of hate. That's y'all problem. This is not out of hate. This is out of self-love. And you're not going to get us back to not loving ourselves. You're not going to get us back to all seeing all quote unquote minorities and people of color as equal, as equivalent. No, it's just not going to happen. It's not. This is not a boycott. People call it a boycott because that's just the most popular word for something like this. That's the word everybody knows about for something like this. But by definition, it's really not. Because a boycott, by definition, has a time limit. There's no time limit. You don't see nobody rushing back. You see stores closing. We're not worried about it. Because if it was a boycott, we would just want them to change, just tweak a little bit, and then we'll be right back to them. But it's not a boycott. That's why they're closing up shops left and right. And we cool. Hey, it is what it is. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. And that's what it's going to be. not only are we going to be more respected by everybody else, but most importantly, we're going to be more respected by ourselves. Have you guys noticed that we've not been taking disrespect from other people like that? Have y'all noticed that? I keep saying this, and I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it again. Y'all know, like around 2020, around like 2020, 2021, it seemed like there was a Karen video every other week. Every day was a viral, it was another viral Karen going here and here, and picking up their phone. Oh, show me your ID. Show me your ID. You don't live here. They were there every other week. It was some guy doing that. Some old beer gut dude with his shirt off, walking up to a group of black kids. You're not supposed to be riding your bike. This is not a bike lane. Every other week. We saw that. Y'all ain't seeing that no more. Every other week we were seeing that, but that was the limit. It was a limit. And then what happened? Folks started recording, stopping the video, putting their phone in their pocket. And the rest is history. And the rest is history. They said, okay, I got enough video evidence. Stop the recording, stop the live stream, put the phone in the pocket. And now you don't see no more Karens. I'm not going to fill in the blank because we don't promote violence, but fill in the blank. You don't see them doing that no more, not nearly as much as they used to. They was bold. I'm calling the police. They was bold about it. They ain't bold about it no more. Notice how nobody's really stepping to us like that no more. We used to be accosted, disrespected, stepped to. Folk ain't doing that no more. They not trying us like how they used to try us. They said, I dare you about this bit. I wish anybody, after seeing the results of what's going on right now, would dare another boycott from us. I wish they would do that. I wish they would do that. Because word is getting around real quick. No, they serious about this boycott stuff. They really serious. No, it's been more than a week. They ain't been here at all. Oh, yeah. Word gets around real quick. Because they got to start making plans and adjustments and trying to do damage control. They ain't making payroll. They closing up shops. They got to put a sale. I already did. Put another one. They already doing that. They panicking. Biting their fingernails. They don't know what to do. Word get around real quick in their community. The blacks aren't here anymore. Oh, yeah. I wish somebody would dare a boycott from. I wish y'all would. I want, you know what? I want you to. So we can show we can do. I want somebody to initiate it just so we can do it. Because we're doing it anyway. I just want y'all to dare us to do it. I just want y'all to do that. I want to see how stupid. I just want y'all to do that part. We ain't going to be disrespected by nobody. Okay? Before, when we was all, well, we got to support people of color and we can't judge all of them. When we was on this, love is the world and everybody hold hands and people of color and kumbaya. When we was on that type of time, we had no respect from anybody. They was looking around the corner the second we walked in the store and say, hurry and buy. Okay. You get out of here. They was on that. Okay. Put your book bag down. And you hurry and buy and get out. They was on that. Okay. Now they like, please come in here. Please, we have no business anymore. Singing a different tune. Singing a very different tune. Like, please, we have sale. We have sale for hair. Here, take it free. Take it. You can have it for free. And we, no, we don't want it. Please I have my family to feed. Hey, no, we can't. Y'all stop. I'm gonna get with the accents. Y'all know how I get with the accents. I gotta stop myself. I have to stop myself. Sometimes I trigger myself to get on the accent roll, and I gotta stop myself because I get. Y'all know how I get when I do the accents. Y'all already know. But yeah, we good. We good. All of that hurrying by, y'all wish we would come in here. Okay. The hurrying by, if any of us, we walk in just to use the bathroom in the back. Remember the bathroom? Hey, we ain't got no bathroom for customers. We walk in, is there a bathroom? Yes. Come in the back. Please. Take your time. Mm-hmm. And then we come in the back, they try to sell us something. I'm like, no, I gotta go. Like, no, please, no. Uh-huh. That's how it is now. That's how it is. And it's not changing. That's the best part. It's not changing. It's not changing. It's not going nowhere. Let me get to these super chats. Okay. Hold on. Did I get to that one already? Or no? I don't think I get to it. Okay. KG says, where do we get the chain you have on? It was a sister who makes this. I have it in my community tab. If you go down, I actually did shout her business out. So I have the link to her business if you go down far enough, it was like a few months ago, I posted this. So if you go down far enough, you'll find it. It's called KG Jeweler, I think that's her business. Okay. Sean says the FBA buying power in 2025 was 1.9 trillion of the top 20 countries' GDP. Damn. If FBAs were a country, we would be comparable to France, Italy, Brazil, Canada, and Mexico. No African or Caribbean within our range. Yeah, our buying power beats all of the African countries' buying power. There is no African country that can match our spending power. Okay, or Caribbean. Black Global News says you literally 2 Asian restaurants shut down in my hood was on Mongolian Grill. Was on a Mongolian Grill in Tayoko, a Japanese steakhouse. Oh, it's working. It's working. It's working. Okay. It's working. FBA Justice says this is about self-preservation, plain and simple. It is. It ain't got no hate involved. It's about self-preservation. It's like feeding your own kids. Back to that analogy. It's feeding your own kids. You don't hate any kids, but you're going to make sure yours is fed. You're going to make sure yours is fed. That's what we doing. We making sure our family is fed. Okay? If you get it, if you feed your family, cool. If you don't, I'm just going to look the other way. I mean, thoughts and prayers, I guess. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. All right. Let's get to be informed, be free. Be informed, be free. That's what I'm talking about. He says delineation, economic sanctions, and deportation. Ooh, I like that. Certified salute, Afro Elite. Damn, it feels good to be FBA. It does. It feels damn good to be FBA. Damn good. It feels damn good. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. And he sent a good super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, my good brother. Thank you. Okay. Mentalog says every dollar that leaves the Black community will never return. It never does. And we learn that now. And when you know better, you do better. Before, when we didn't know about the type of energy all of these foreigners were on, we didn't do right. Now we do. We know. Now it's our responsibility to do better. It's just what we got to do. Now we have to do better. That's just what it is. And we are going to do better. We are doing better. So, I mean, they can cry about it. They can be sad, and it's not going to change. I would say they shouldn't have let it get to this point, but this point honestly was always going to come. This was always going to come. This was always an inevitable reality. This was always going to happen because it's what was supposed to happen. This is not a response of, I'm mad at you for this. Now, of course, what happened with Cyrus Belton, that was like a turbo super drive that really pushed the issue, but it was always happening anyway. It was always going to happen anyway. Okay. Now, y'all disrespect, y'all just really pushed it and gave it more momentum and steam, but it was always happening. It was always going to because it always needed to. So it is what it is. All right. I need to know, though, y'all thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. All right. Do y'all think more businesses are going to close down? Do y'all think more people are going to be out there begging for money? Help me keep my business open. Help me keep my business open. Do y'all think that's going to happen? Where are the Asians? Now, the Asians used to team up to go against us. The Asians have teamed up to shut down affirmative action, even though affirmative action wasn't helping us, but they teamed up for it. They teamed up to help, what's his name? Peter Liang, when he shot at Kai Gurley. Remember that? In New York, remember that? They helped to team up. All of the Asians helped to team that up. So Asians, why don't y'all help each other out now? Why y'all relying on us? There's a whole bunch of Africans. Y'all were flexing about how much better y'all were doing than us. A whole bunch of Africans and Caribbeans flexing about how much better y'all was doing. Do better now. Show us. Show us what you can do. Don't ask for why you care about us being divisive. Y'all was better. Y'all was smarter than us anyway. We own food stamps anyway. Y'all shouldn't care if we divisive. Show us how you do it. Okay, show us this hard work ethic that you guys brag about having all the time. Show us that. Let's see. But since y'all gonna be in the comments, I would greatly appreciate if y'all also hit this like button. Y'all hit this like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all hit that notification button. I would tremendously appreciate that because that helps the channel. That helps us grow. That helps us reach more people, gain a larger audience, spread the mission, spread the word, spread the truth. It helps us with all of that, all of it. So thank you guys for everything y'all do. I appreciate y'all sincerely. All of the people who watched, who liked, who subscribed, who listened to the playback, who shared, who commented, all of y'all, thank you all sincerely. I appreciate y'all. All right. Remember, again, this is not about hate. It's about love. This is what we do here because what we do is Black empowerment. That's what it is. We are empowering ourselves. All right. That means we're Black first every day, all day, forever and always, especially when it comes to our economics. Y'all don't have to like it, but it's not going to change. So y'all might as well kind of cope with it. Prove to us that y'all don't need us. Better yet, y'all can get a lot of y'all people to support y'all if y'all went back home. Just a suggestion. If y'all went home, if y'all went back to Asia, y'all would have a lot of Asian business. Just a suggestion. Because y'all ain't getting none over here. With that being said, y'all have a good one. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Y'all take care.